What's going on, webheads? It's your friendly neighborhood Spideyfit.
Bam.
Bam! Today we're going to show you guys how to properly do a backflip.
Like this.
And like this. Okay guys, so I'm here with my friend Austin. We actually filmed a video early on Spider-Man top 5 tricks for beginners. So make sure to check that out right up here. Also make sure to check him out on YouTube and on Instagram right down here and also in the description box below.
All right guys, so our first drill is gonna help you get comfortable with the backflip movement and understand how the tuck works. So you're gonna start by lying down on your back on the floor.
Okay.
All right, with straight legs and your arms above your head, okay? From here, what you really wanna do is tuck the knees up really fast using your abs, all right? Try to get a really snappy movement with this because it's gonna be important when you go for the back tuck. It's called a back tuck because you gotta tuck in. So you're gonna rock up, knees come up, hips come off the ground, and then as you go up and your weight goes onto your shoulders, the arms are gonna come in and grab the shins. All right, so let's try again. You're trying to get a snappy movement, rocking back and your hips up, and then snap it just like that. And if you do it right, you can see so those hips are coming up nice and high above his head. All right, and the arms don't want to come in until after your knees and hips have come off the floor. Boom, just like that. All right, so that's kind of getting you used to that back tuck motion. If you can, really try to rock up high onto your upper back, and then just kind of imagine what it's going to feel like continuing that motion going up and over your head. Drill number 2 is really going to help you with the feel of the back tuck. It's your backwards roll. All right, so I'm going to break it down in a sec, but the goal for this is do a really nice and fast, snappy backwards roll up and over your head to get used to what that motion feels like, and so you're not afraid of going up and over your head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so to start, we're gonna start just in a nice, comfortable athletic position, shoulder width. We're gonna bend the knees a little bit, arms are out in front of us. From here, you wanna nice and slowly lower yourself onto your butt on the floor, and then you're gonna rock up and onto your upper back. As you do that, your hands come up and protect your head, chin is tucked in, back is really nice and rounded, providing a smooth rolling surface. All right, so from here, we're gonna rock back, feet over. And once you're on the ground, you push with your arms, stand all the way back up to your feet. I recommend doing it on a nice soft surface or on a mat or on some grass, all right? You'd never really wanna do this on like a hardwood floor or outside on cement, all right? Because you are going up and over your head, and the back of your head is gonna be touching the ground.
And I would also add that you should also do some proper warm-ups for your neck. Maybe do some neck circles, right? To kind of get that neck comfortable going backwards, because I can see how that can
Yeah,
sore,
when
right?
you're a beginner, yeah, we work out a lot. We have pretty strong necks.
Yeah.
Doing parkour, they've had plenty of times landing on my head, and I'm kind of used to it. But yeah, if you're a beginner, definitely ease into it. With the speed, you got to be careful. You don't want to slam your head into the ground. You want all the weight being on your back and your shoulders. So you kind of roll off your back and minimize that impact on your head. Also protecting your head with your hands. As going up and over, nice rounded back, pressing up to the feet like that. All right. And let's go. So one thing about the back tuck, it is definitely a little bit of a risky move to learn by yourself. I highly recommend learning it in a gym environment or somewhere where you have padded floors or with a coach, all right? Having someone there to walk you through it or to spot you, which we're gonna cover later, makes a big difference. Okay. What we're doing is we're standing on our block. You want it probably above waist height, depending on how high you can jump. Right now we're almost at shoulder height because this guy's got some hops. All right, and we're just gonna be going from like a squat position and practicing jumping just like a box jump, except we're snapping our hands back a lot harder than normal. All right, if you did this jump without the block, you should be landing like flat on your back or on your head, all right? So that's why we're using the block. So we're jumping, we're reaching, we're leaning back, and then once we're in the air and we feel like we're going back onto that block, we're gonna tuck everything in, just like the first drill we did on the floor, and be rotating and landing kind of on our upper back with our knees going up and over our shoulders.
Okay, here we go.
Very nice. Your jump is super important with it, but another thing that's almost equally important is the arms. You really want to make sure they snap up and get to full extension. If you do a back tuck like this, we call that like the T-Rex backflip. You don't want that. You don't want to look like a T-Rex in the air. You want to look majestic, get those arms up there, and then tuck tight. All right. So
But nobody messes with the T-Rex though.
That's true. Especially a T-Rex that can do a backflip. That's pretty, that'd be impressive. Yeah, that is the one we want. Like that. All right, so he's getting height there. Yeah, you're getting height, you're getting rotation.
Yeah.
All right, that's exactly how the back tuck is gonna feel, except when you go for it, you're gonna have to lean back a little more even than that.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna cover what I consider the most important step, spotting. okay? So if you have a trained coach, that's great. If not, we're gonna break it down for you so you can learn. So I prefer to use my left hand. I'm left-handed, it's a little stronger. My left hand is gonna be the support hand, and your support hand is responsible for keeping your friend or whoever you're spotting up in the air. So it's kind of gonna be lifting him through the backflip, all right? And you're gonna want it right on the lower back. And definitely avoid going high. That is gonna make them stall out and land on their head. The other hand is gonna be going here. Now, an important thing when you're spotting, so Will's gonna have to do a big arm swing, all right, when he's taking off. Your hands might be getting in the way, all right? So there's a really high possibility that as they do that arm swing, they're gonna smack you, all right? So one thing that you can do once you kind of feel comfortable with the technique is you kind of hover and give them space for that arm swing, and then as they're jumping off, that's when your hands need to snap into those two positions to catch them. Okay? All right, you can also see at the end there, after I'm flipping him, I'm kind of stabilizing on the lower back again and grabbing the shoulder. That's gonna be really important if your friend under rotates to prevent them from kind of falling on their face.
Or over rotates, right?
Or over rotating backwards. All right, so another thing that is really useful when you're learning a backflip is trying it into a foam pit or maybe into water if you have a pool or a lake or, I don't know, a yacht or something to try it off of. That way you can get used to the motion and do it onto kind of a soft surface. And in a foam pit, even if you land completely on your head, you're gonna be okay as long as you keep everything tucked in. Remember, once your chin is into your chest, has nowhere else to go. Do you wanna imagine there's like a board or a target behind your head and you're trying to smack the back of your hands, boom, as hard as possible and just smash that board or smash that target. And what that's gonna do is, it's gonna make sure your arms are locked out. Once they're locked out, they have nowhere to go. That's what starts you rotating.
You never told me that. Now you're telling them? Like, I'm over here trying to struggle doing a backflip and okay, all right.
It's a little nerdy, it's physics talk.
It's good though.
Yeah.
It's good, okay.
Let's give it a try.
Let's try this.
Oh yeah.
Wow. All right guys, so now that you have all these steps drilled down, you have them down, you have the confidence, there's one last thing we wanna share with you guys.
Yeah, so when you're trying the backflip by yourself, one thing that might happen, you might under-rotate a little bit. And you wanna be comfortable knowing how to catch yourself and how to land safely if that happens. So if you're having this issue and you're kinda landing low, you could either go back a step and do it with a spotter, or you can work on your leg strength by doing things like box jumps or
Barbell squats.
Deadlifts.
Or get that explosive, get that strength.
Pistols, one-leg squats. We're gonna demonstrate some box jumps right now, because that's gonna also kind of help you get the timing of the backflip, because it involves that hip hinge, explosion, and using the arm to generate height.
Okay everyone, so now you have all the tips and all the drills that you need to do the backflip. So Austin here's gonna cover what it takes to actually do it, confidence, and just commitment.
Yeah, commitment is gonna be key. You gotta give it a lot of energy and kind of psych yourself up, really give it your all. Backflip's not gonna work if you're just kind of going like 50%, all right? And whatever you think 100% is, that's really like your actual 50%. You gotta really give it some power and energy. It's gotta be fast, it's gotta be explosive, all right? Because if you don't commit to this and you don't jump really hard and do all the techniques right, you could be landing in an uncomfortable way.
Woo! Here we go. Smack it. Safety.
There you go, good save.
All right, everyone, and that concludes the video. I hope you found this helpful. Those are all the drills and tips to basically learn how to do a backflip. We're more than confident that you'll be able to do this. Tag us on Instagram with your progress, whatever it is, wherever you're at. We don't care. We just want to see you guys trying it. And I think Austin and I can agree, the more people can do backflips in the world, the better.
Yeah, the more people flipping, the better. And you just gotta stick with it and put in the training, put in some effort. For me, I always thought it was impossible to do a backflip. I'm kind of like a bigger guy. Wasn't that athletic growing up, but I was able to work at it, and it feels really cool to be able to do a flip. And,
yeah, absolutely, man. I feel more like Spider-Man. And after my Achilles injury, which I ruptured 4 years ago, I never thought I'd be able to do this, and now I'm doing it, and it feels amazing. So, guys, just go for it. Hire a coach if you need to. You know, take your time and practice in a safe environment, and you'll be well on your way to becoming the hero and learning how to do a backflip. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to his channel and follow him on Instagram right down here. Also guys, I'll be posting videos every single Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.